Okay, we are live, and this is Kathy Kennedy with Cruise Planners, and I have Maria from Celebrity Cruises, and Denali. Denali's in the background. Look, and he's working really hard back here. He's
So cute.
got the pillow, he's like chilling out for Travel Talk Tuesday. What can I tell you?
What a life.
Oh, yeah.
If I could come back as anything, it would be a dog.
Yeah, he's this one. Oh my God, he is so bloody spoiled. Come here. Are we gonna come talk to everybody? Okay, come here.
He puts his little paw up.
Yeah, he says, "Wait a minute, this is Travel Talk. I'm supposed to be on." So yeah, he's Did you see pictures of his birthday party?
Oh, I did. How adorable.
I don't think he's ever played with balloons before, and of course he's pawing him around thinking ball, and then all of a sudden one popped, and it's like,
oh, did it scare him?
Rose. Yeah, he had cake, he had all kinds of presents, and he had a good time. So we had a private party. He was a good boy, but
celebrated a birthday just like you should.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. It's so funny. He thinks he's a lap dog.
Yeah, the only problem is only half of him will fit in my lap.
That's too cute.
Yeah. So we got Eloise is on over here. You guys do know the routine. We've got, we're going to get started here. We're just kind of warming up a little bit. If you pop on, be sure right below is a comment section. Put your name there. Let us know you're there. Miss Connie just popped on from Florida. You're in Florida, Connie. Well, at least we got sun here. I mean, finally, we've got sun. I was starting to build my own port.
That's too funny. I'm in Virginia, and the past couple of days it's been warm, and today the temperature dropped down to like 40s, and I'm like, oh my God, it's freezing compared to the 50s and the 60s that we've been having.
No, this one needed to go for a walk at 4:15 this morning. Yeah, he's kissing me as I'm saying this. 4:15. Oh, but Mama, you didn't mind. Yes, I did. It was 26 degrees at 4:15.
Oh gosh. Yeah, so. I'm ready for the summer.
Yeah, me too. At least we've got some sun. We got Vedas up in Big Stone Gap. We got Miss Gail Sims is on. Martha Holbrook. Martha and Lowell is on. That's pretty cool. Let me get this. So you guys know, be sure and put your name down there. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. We've got Miss Maria from Celebrity Cruises. We're going to be talking about cruises. When on earth we will be cruising. The good news is we will be cruising, won't we, Denali? Well, maybe not Denali. He likes sailing, by the way. We did take him out on a boat one time in Chimney Rock, and went out on Lake Lure. You remember the movie Dirty Dancing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we went out and rented a boat, and I guess he tried to. He was up there like, yeah, I'm king of the hill. Of course, he's hill regardless. So
the wind blowing his hair back.
His hair, yes, blowing his hair. He's so funny with his hair. We went down, and I have to tell this real quick story. Is you guys coming on over there? All right, I got Mr. Gary Johnson. Hello, Gary. Miss Dana. Dana's up in Virginia as well. Miss Connie. Connie's way out. And Connie says, let's go cruising, Maria.
Let's go. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So we'll be on the first ones together. How about that?
Oh, yes. Pat Jones is watching. And hopefully running them with it. But anyway, Denali, when you take him out, he kind of stops traffic. So my brother-in-law, he says, I gotta figure out how to meet women. So as we walking around, we had Denali. I said, honey, you don't need to do it. If you want to borrow Denali for about a week, you're gonna meet all kinds of people.
Forget all those dating apps. Just get the dog. That's exactly. So cute.
Exactly. All right. I think we're about 2:02.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle on. We got a double dose today. She says hello to Denali. Denali, Michelle said hello. So we got a little bit of news I want to share before we get started with what Maria is going to share with us on. Hey, Belinda's there. Belinda, you're not in the hot tub, are you? I don't think so. I don't know. She might be in the hot too. I haven't seen Louise though. She usually, oh yeah, Louise is up there. Hey, I'm sorry, Louise, I missed you there. So before we get started, you guys be sure to put your name down there. If you have any questions as we are going through some of this stuff, if you have questions, want to make some comments or anything, please put it down there. Be sure and hit the like button. And if you would be so kind is to share this video after it's over with, that would really help us get the views, which helps us keep doing these things over and over and over again. So I want to share something. I shared it with Maria right before we started. And to kind of tell you where, you know, things are finally starting to go with. Now, I hope you guys can see this. But this is, and it says finally, these were slides that were shared on Cruise Planners towards the end of last week. It says finally the numbers are starting to drop. If you look at January 10th, and again, these are daily changes in the U.S. with COVID cases, 208K daily. 6 weeks later, February 21st, we're at 55K daily. Now, for those of you, and I love you for coming on every single solitary week. If you remember, I showed you a little graph very similar to this in January. My phone's going off the hook in January. Are we ever going to travel? We're not going to travel. It's because we were in the worst of the worst. And I said, here's the graph. Actually, it was Royal Caribbean, Richard Fame, who came out and gave us this graph. And it showed the second week we're going to drop. And then boom, here we go. So that's number one. Now, here's the other one that I want to share. And again, I'm not the quickest draw at this, but look at this. This is the World Health Organization, and this is the rest of the world. You know, we're hearing a lot about America, and America is starting to drop. But for all you avid cruisers out there, yeah, we got to get the rest of the world in this going in the same direction, right? But look at this. So as of January 1, and again, the orange is kind of America. You've got Europe is in there starting again to come way down. You look at Southeast Asia, Eastern Med is way down there. And I mean, the numbers are just going so in the right direction. And then the
definitely a good news story.
Yeah, that is definitely a good news story. Mm-hmm. And then if we go here, this one I love, I love, I love. This is immunity by April. Now, everybody look at your calendar. This is March. So by April, and that's because cases are down 77%, there's natural immunity. I mean, you think about 10 to 25% are getting tested, but 28 million cases were confirmed. Well, if you had it, you ain't going to get it again. So that's pretty good out there, or at least that's what they're saying right now. 55% of Americans have natural immunity, plus we're getting 15% of the people vaccinated. By the end of April, I'm telling you, I don't know, Maria, but I think we're going to be rocking and rolling here pretty soon.
Very hopeful, very, very hopeful. And hopefully by then, you know, the vaccine becomes more readily available to those who, you know, want it and, you know, don't qualify just yet, but hopefully within the next coming weeks, those who really want it are able to get it.
Yeah. So I am going to, for those of you who have not maybe been on when Maria has been here with Celebrity Cruises, Celebrity's got some changes, and I thought best to hear it straight from Maria. So what's going on at Celebrity Cruises, Maria?
So one thing that I have to mention that I know we've mentioned on here before, but it's so exciting, is always included. Tips, drinks, Wi-Fi, always included whenever you book. So we essentially became all-inclusive, which is really exciting. Another thing I want to mention, I'm sure some of you had heard that Celebrity Edge, was not going to Europe, but we haven't yet announced what it was going to be doing in place of Europe. So Celebrity Edge will be in the Caribbean starting in July. So July 3rd, she'll be doing some 7 nights, including Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, St. Martin. You have some Roatan, you have some Mexico, and then you also have the Bahamas. So Edge is in the Caribbean.
Yay.
If we go over to winter, Edge will also be doing 2 holiday cruises. So what better way to celebrate the holidays than getting on board Celebrity Edge, sailing the Caribbean for 7 nights? They have a December 12th one and a December 19th. So a lot of exciting things happening there. So that's the newest story. And then, of course, we have all of our other ships being in the Caribbean as well. You have some ABC Islands out there. You have some Grenada. We also have Dominican Republic out there. More to come on Dominican Republic, though. So definitely keep your eyes on DR if you're interested in that.
Now, for those, there's a lot of them here, Maria, that we did a Super Bowl sailing. I don't know. I think there was like 46, 48 of us. A couple of years ago, we actually did the Edge. And of course, now we have the sister ship, the Apex. So I'm going to ask the question because you can probably do it much better than I can. What makes the Edge, the Apex, so different from a regular cruise ship?
Sure. So we do like to say that the Edge and Apex are destinations within themselves. But two things that really stand out to me. The Magic Carpet, which is this big orange destination that moves along the side of the ship. It doesn't move while guests are on it, so don't need to worry about that. But depending on where the Magic Carpet is on the ship, depends on what it's doing. So if it's down on deck number 2, it could assist with part of the gangway during tender operations. So it's just a simple transition onto that tender boat. It could be an alfresco restaurant. It could be a bar, part of the pool deck. So it has many functions, which is really neat. Nothing like it in the seas. So Edge and Apex both have the Magic Carpet. And then also in the theater, it's a 360-degree theater with a huge LED screen that really makes the experience immersive, so you really don't have a bad seat within the house. Also, when you book into the retreat, which is our suite class, you do get an area of the theater reserved for you, and your butlers would be there to help you get to your seats within the theater and help with any drinks. So the Magic Carpet and the theater are definitely two things that stick out to me. And Eden.
Yeah.
And they have theme nights now. I hope you guys have all seen the announcements with the entertainment that's going to be happening. There's going to be different shows happening in Eden every night. So a lot of exciting things to happen on board those ships.
So now this is interesting because I don't know, but I know these guys over here will tell you, I kind of like theme nights. We do a lot of themes.
Yeah.
So what type? And then for those who don't know what Eden is, I don't think there's no space on any ship like it. Mm-hmm. You really feel like you've gone through. You actually have to travel through Eden to get to Eden. Mm-hmm. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. But there's different layers and tiers. There's indoor. There's outdoor pieces to it. There's even a dining area.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-star dining situation. So tell me a little bit more about the themes in Eden. I didn't know about those.
Yeah, so there's going to be performances in Eden, if you will. So you'll have different variations of shows. I can't really go too much into detail as to what they're going to be, the specifics of it. But every night there will be a different type of show, if you will, in Eden. So all get to experience it. You don't need to buy a ticket or anything. That's one great thing with celebrity ships, too. You know, we really want you to cruise on your own time or vacation on your own time. Mm-hmm. So there's no need to, buy a ticket to go see a show, to go see a comedian at night. You just kind of show up. You could pop in and out if you want. You could stay the whole time. So really vacationing at your own time is something that I love about the brand as well.
Yes. And I think it's probably one of the prettiest ships. I'm thinking... Yeah. It now. Remember, the Martini Bar actually plays music. Mm-hmm. It doesn't warn you. I mean,
surprise!
When the dang thing went off before, but I don't know what you call it, but up top, on the top deck, you have this beautiful garden, like
the garden, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's part of Eden as well. Yep.
Yeah, but it's very outdoorsy, you can go out there. There's couches, you just hang out, you can watch entertainment.
Makes you feel like you're at a park.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I want to go sailing so bad. So, I'm going to ask some hard questions here, Maria. Are you ready?
Oh, gosh. I'll answer as best as I can. And if I don't know the answer, I'll comment on the stream so everyone gets the best information.
Well, here it's going to be, and I'm sure it's on everyone over here that's got this question. When are the ships going to be back in the water?
I know. So as of now, we're still at the May 1st start date. But with that being said, we are still in talks with the CDC as to when we could start our test sailings. So what the test sailings are is getting all of our crew back on board the ship, getting employees of Celebrity onto the ship, and testing out the protocols that we've recommended to the CDC. Now, with that being said, we haven't got the date to start that yet. And after we do that, there is a time period in which we have to wait before we can get guests back on board. So it's definitely conversations that are being had every single day. Unfortunately, Richard Fain doesn't ask me if I want to join him in these meetings when he's talking to the CDC. So
I haven't gotten the call either.
So maybe one day, who knows? But this year I have not been invited. So definitely more to come as to a timeline. But I am very optimistic, and I can tell you that today we had a big leadership call with Richard Fain and really with all of the brands, and they're very optimistic. So that's really encouraging. They've also advised that they're in constant communication with the CDC. And, when we first went to the CDC, the vaccine wasn't out yet. So now that the vaccine's out and people are getting it and it's becoming more available, I have a feeling things will start to speed up. That's just my opinion. Nothing is official, and what it's going to look like when we get back on board and what's going to be required, still more to come on that. So I'm very excited. I'm happy to just get on here and, dream about all of these places that we go to, talk about our beautiful ships, get everyone excited. And it's nice to see that everyone's excited and ready to get back. I certainly am.
I have to think back to all my sailings. In fact, I ran across my box I keep every key card.
Your sea passes, yeah.
I should go get it. It's like this. I showed it to Amy the other day, and she said, "Oh my God." Of all these key cards, I said, maybe I should put them under my pillow or something. But it's like, I want to go back. And I think when I step foot on a ship again, and I will soon, that I'm going to have a totally different perspective. I'm going to appreciate the ocean breeze in my hair. I'm going to appreciate the steward that's standing in front of me so much more. It's like, I don't know about you guys over here that are watching right now, but it's like you want to go back and say, man, I wish I had embellished and relished in that whole moment that when I was on the ship. So
soaked in every single moment. What I can say is, for those of you who may not know, I used to be a crew member, actually. I used to work on board Celebrity Eclipse, and I did that for 2 years. So a lot of my friends are still crew members, and I've spoken to quite a few of them, and they can't wait too. Every single day they're asking me the same thing, Maria, when are we coming back? When are we coming back? We can't wait to get back on the ship. So everyone is waiting for that green light, and once the green light comes, it's going to be hitting the pedal to the metal, they say, right? Pedal to the metal.
And I'm just gonna absorb every moment of it. So here's another hard question. I know it's out there, so I'm gonna ask him for the guys.
Go for it.
With all of us getting vaccines, and I'm proud to say I'm a 2-shotter. I've had my 2 shots.
Yay!
And mentally, and I don't know about those over here who have had their shots, but mentally it was this is good. This is a good thing. But rumor has it, I know that American Cruise Line is requiring vaccines. I know Crystal Cruises has come out and made it point blank. They won't sail unless you have the vaccine. And of course, we just got news that Odyssey going out of Israel will have a vaccinated crew and passengers. So the question is, have you heard anything about whether vaccinations are going to be required? Because I'm thinking vaccinations are starting to take the precedence over the testing. Am I right?
Yeah, what I can say, and once again, this is not an official statement. This is just my own thoughts. if we see that it's going well over in Israel and everyone's been vaccinated and there's no cases and so on and so forth, I don't see why we would then change the protocols here in the States. I'm sure a big factor of it is it available for everyone? So if it's not available to everyone, then what's the next steps? And if it is, then great. I don't see why they would change that, but it's not an official stance, and unfortunately, I don't have. Richard Fain didn't tell me that, so I don't know for sure. But I don't see why they would change it if it's working really well.
Yeah, and it's I've heard some people are not getting the shots, and for various different reasons. I mean, I think one of the most valid one is some people have some underlying conditions like allergies or whatever that then their own doctor is cautioning. So I could see where there may be a two-step. I mean, that's great if you've got that, but for those type of people, there might be something else. So we don't know. We're waiting on that CDC.
Yeah, I mean, what I can say is, the health and safety of all of our crew and all of our guests is first and foremost, right? So we will make sure that whether it's the places that we're going to, continuing to have those conversations with not only the government here in the United States, but also the local governments of where we're traveling to, continuing to work out those relationships and just be as transparent as we can. And making sure that life on board for the crew, your time on board as guests, your time going into these places is safe. And, we do our best to protect everyone. And, there's all these protocols that go into place, and scenarios, right? I'm sure they've covered scenarios A to Z. And if it happens or if someone gets sick at this point and so on and so forth. So all of those things are being ironed out. And I'm all about coming back at the right time and with the right plan behind us. And I'm very optimistic that it's going to happen. I cannot wait to get back on board. I can't wait for all of us to get back on board. And definitely more to come. Once we have those announcements, Kathy, please let me come on and share it with everyone.
Absolutely. Parties. Well, we thought Denali's birthday party was a celebration. Well, when Denali comes in, we will definitely celebrate. And I agree with you on that point, because I do hear a lot of frustrations about when it's going to happen. And I think Richard Fain did say it correctly. We want to come back right. And if we come back too soon, and this, I'm painting the worst scenario here, guys. So we come back too soon. So we do a couple of sailings, and now all of a sudden it goes awry. Now we're back to where we were that we've lived in for a year. We don't want to go there. So we want to make sure, and I'm sure the experts have it, that it will do right. And then the great thing is there is a lot of ships that are sailing over in Europe right now. And
it's all been very positive there.
Yes.
So if we take a page from their book, when it's our turn, I'm sure we'll all be very successful.
So just to kind of, we don't want to forget about the group that we have going, and we're going to talk about that. I do want to mention that now Celebrity in the Caribbean typically only has one ship. That's used to be normal in 2019 and prior.
I believe we have four
now.
Yeah. So a lot of good things. You have Summit doing Bermuda out of New Jersey. Also, when you go out of New Jersey on the Summit, each sailing has a sail-by of the Statue of Liberty. So that's also really neat. Not a lot of people have the opportunity to go see the Statue of Liberty. You usually have to make a day of it when you visit New York City. So that's definitely something to take a look at. Also, they have some overnights in Bermuda as well.
And it's all inclusive. And so I just want to underline that this is the only large ship with an all-inclusive, situation. So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to run over because, and share with everybody, we do have a group that is currently with Celebrity.
Hawaii 2022 in May. I think it's Kathy's birthday, Kathy's anniversary.
Yes. Yeah. You guys can see. Can you see that, Maria? Because I can't.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
This is Hawaii 2022. And you're right. My birthday's May 12th. My anniversary is May 7th. The Shoops are both born around in May. I mean, we got a lot of May stuff going on. There's a lot of Taurus bulls out there. So we're going to be doing some stuff. Again, see, this is prepaid gratuities, free Wi-Fi, beverage package. Now, Maria, this is different. This is where celebrity is different with the beverage package because you can include water, right?
It does include, so it's not only alcohol, you're correct. It includes bottled water. It includes specialty coffees. So anything from Cafe El Bacio, your cappuccinos, your lattes. It also includes non-alcoholic mocktails, juices, teas, and then, of course, your alcohol, canned sodas. Also, I want to mention with this beverage package, there's an 18% gratuity included in that beverage package. So there's no hidden fees when you get on board. You give over your CPAS card to either your bartender or your bar server. They take that card, they go to their computer, they put in their little code, and they swipe your CPAS card. When they swipe your CPAS card, go ahead, Kathy.
No, that's just nice to know that the gratuity of 18%, they are getting something, and it's already in there. Celebrities are taking care of them.
Yeah. So that 18% gratuity is going to the person who's taking care of you at that exact moment.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. So this one is an 11-night, guys, and you can go to, this is Tours and Groups by Kathy. If you want me to back up, I'll show you what that looks like. It's a really old website. They threatened to kill me if I do away with it. And oh, look how I've got to have to update 2017. We're Millionaires Club 18, 19, 20, and now 21. So here's all the things that we have going on. And if you come down here, right here, if you see my cursor, we're Hawaii 2022, you click on that, you're going to get a flyer. Now, what I like about this one, and again, after COVID, I've learned a lot. Being in this business as long as I have, it's totally rewriting the book this past year. And we are flying into Honolulu. We will use Celebrity Air because the prices are, if not better, some of the best. And we're under that one umbrella of being with Celebrity. But we actually overnight there. So your ship becomes the hotel in Honolulu. And then we start the sailing, and then we have a hotel in Maui overnight, Kona, Hilo. Then we start the relaxing cruise all the way across the Pacific until we get into Vancouver. Now, down here, guys, it says click here for more details. If you can see that, it's going to take you over to my other website. And there's a big tab here because this is the same flyer. There's a big tab here that says cruise information. If you click on that and scroll down, this is what your price is. Now, that's for a concierge, and here are your verandas. Now, I will tell you, we have quite a few on this, and bless you, Maria, you got me some more cabins, and I did go in and put money down to hold those cabins and hold these prices. Because I know these prices are way, way, way higher than this right now. So you're talking about $27.20. That includes cruise fare, port charges, and taxes. That includes the Wi-Fi. That includes your gratuities. That includes your beverage package. It includes everything but your air. And once we get a little bit closer, obviously, we're going to be doing that for you as well. So I think that's a heck of a deal.
So exciting.
You tried to get me an extension, and the comment came back was, this sailing is way too hot. And that if I hadn't put my own money down to hold that space, it would be gone.
Yeah, yesterday you would have lost them all.
I know. So we've got them, guys. I've got them for a little while. So that we wanted to come back on and say, help me spread the word on this. Okay. I want to fill all that. We only have 11. I think I got 11. I held balconies.
Yes.
It's all I've got left. So if you guys want to do this is May of 2022. We are going to fly over to Honolulu. We're going to do the islands, and then we're going to make a slow and easy sailing back to, and this is the equinox, right?
No, the eclipse.
The eclipse. Ooh, I love the eclipse. It's
It is a beautiful ship. Yeah. That was my home when I worked on board.
Oh, so we'll have to have a Maria Day.
Yeah, and my birthday's on the 11th. I should come with you.
Should. Absolutely. We need to talk her into coming with us. That then she will know how how we really do.
I'll know all the secrets.
Yes, yes. So we're coming up on it. Let me run. Maria, anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to run over here and see if we got any questions or anything.
Not right now. The only thing that I will say is definitely keep your eyes and ears open for any updates. Also, don't listen to everything that you see or that you read. Definitely reach out to Kathy if you have any questions or see any suspicions. I know that there's some talks about things that aren't really true happening. So definitely reach out to Kathy before you go ahead and make some decisions.
Yep. All right. We have Miss Darla. Darla's way over in somewhere, Tennessee. She's in the middle of Tennessee. Arthur, you're way down in Texas, aren't you? So, Arthur, we got Texas on the line. We have Sandy's in South Carolina. Well, we got some extra states here. This is wonderful. And I think Michelle had to get back to work. We got Kathy Robbins. Says, are we going to New York City for Thanksgiving parade or anything this year? I would think probably it's too soon to tell, but I would think it's probably a yes. I would think by November, we should be pretty much, don't you think, Maria? Don't you think New York?
I would think so. I know that, so I'm from New York, actually. I moved to Virginia a year ago. So my family's still there. And, from what they've been reporting, things are, starting slowly to get back to normal. Indoor dining has just opened up there. So the weather's getting nicer. So that means that everyone's kind of, that New York pressure kind of calms down a little bit. So yeah, things are getting back to normal in New York. So it looks promising. I'm hoping that the Thanksgiving Day parade happens this year. One year without it was already too much.
Yep, I agree. I love the parade. Our Linda is not in the hot tub, so that's a news flash.
I wish I was in the hot
tub. And then, of course, Michelle had to get back to work. Let's see if I got anybody else over here. I don't think so. Other than we're just going to keep thinking positively. Oh, Lois is in watching. She's down in Irwin. So we've got people from all over. We should start asking that. So I want to thank you guys positively. Think about Hawaii. I need you to do a couple of things for me, guys. Like the video, share it with some people, spread the word on Hawaii. I promised Maria that we were going to sell all those cabins that I put money down on. And that's an incredible price. So with that being said, you guys be safe, be sane, and above all, be satisfied.